All right, fellas, I got a good one today. So this is something I wanted to talk about. I keep seeing y'all do this. Y'all still don't get it, man. In order to get your results, you got to stop making all these fucking excuses, yo. Y'all be making the dumbest excuses. Nobody believes that shit. You don't believe that shit. Like, here's the thing. A lot of you guys say stuff like, hey, man, I don't have enough time to eat healthy, so that's why I'm overweight. That doesn't make any sense. If you're in a calorie surplus, right? If you're overweight, you're in a calorie surplus. So if you can eat in a calorie surplus, you have enough time to eat in a calorie deficit. What you're doing is you're making the wrong decisions and then you're disguising it by saying you don't have enough time. That doesn't make any fucking sense. If you really don't have enough time to eat, you should be skinny as shit. You should have ribs showing. You should literally be sickly, unhealthy, skinny as shit. But the real reason you're saying you don't have time is just to, make yourself feel better about eating like shit. Let's be honest with it, all right? That's one of the dumbest excuses. Time is the lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life, all right? You don't have to be in the gym 7 days a week, 3 hours a day doing cardio and shit. You don't have to be eating organic duck leg. Like, it's not that serious, right? Another thing people say is, oh, I don't have enough money. Why don't you go to Walmart, get some rice, bananas, get some potatoes, chicken breast, ground turkey, tuna, and just eat that, drink some water, and you'll be leaner than you are right now. The real reason you're not getting to your goals is because you can't take accountability for your fucking self. Let's keep it 100. You cannot take accountability for yourself. You push, how do I say this? You literally like project all your issues, you project all your accountability onto others, right? You're like, well, it's the government, they're giving us bad food. You're eating crumble cookie, not the government, all right? Or you'll be like, hey man, I don't have enough time for the gym. You're watching Netflix shows, you're going out to the club instead of going to the gym. It's nothing else. Like, a lot of y'all be having the lamest fucking excuses. I don't believe this shit. And a lot of people, they'll be like, hey man, I just can't lose the weight, right? Like, I've had some people sign on the program, right? And obviously a lot of them are successful. They do what they need to do. But in the initial stages, I'll have a lot of them just struggle with, holding themselves accountable. They'll be like, nah, man, it's not my fault. It's just that. And I'm like, bro, it literally is your fault. You have enough time to eat. You're working 40 hours a week. That's pretty straight. But I got clients working 80 hours a week and they're getting better results than you. Why is that? Why is that? Is that genetics? No, it's just they're managing their time better, right? Like, a lot of people be like, man, I couldn't meal prep. Yes, the fuck you could. You just took that time that you should have took meal prepping to watch a Netflix show, to go to the club, to play video games, to waste time, all right? Because I see it all the time, man. I see it all the time, over and over and over again. Y'all, instead of making a good decision, you guys make a bad decision, then you try to blame it on somebody else, which in reality, it's really your fault, all right? So here's the thing, guys. If you make a list of why you're not reaching your goals, all right, sit down, get a notebook, get a pen, make a list of why you're not reaching your goals. The only thing that should be on that list is you. Y'all be blaming, like I said earlier, you guys blame the government. You guys blame, your siblings. You guys blame everything, man. Like, I see a lot of people hire personal trainers and do everything except what the personal trainer tells them to do, right? They hire a personal trainer and go back to their old habits. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen? You do the same shit, you get the same results, right? Insanity is the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, right? A lot of people do this shit, and you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? So if you play the crash diet game, you're gonna keep crash dieting. That's why it's called a crash diet. I can't believe the amount of people to this day who are like, hey man, I'm finna hop on lean meat and just vegetables, man. You tried that 10 fucking times, it didn't work. And guess what? That's not even necessary to reach your goals. The reason you're not reaching your goals is not carbs. Carbs is not the issue. It's the types of carbs and the amount of carbs you're eating. You're eating Pop-Tarts, chips, you're eating candy 24/7, right? And then you start tracking your calories. You're like, yo, 2,000, 1,800, 2,200 calories is way too much. Bro, you was eating 2,200 calories worth of candy every day. And now you think 2,200 calories worth of whole food is too much food? It's not true. That's not the issue. The issue, lack of self-accountability, lack of self-awareness, all right? Like, the excuse shit is lame as fuck. And a lot of people are like, hey man, I don't have the motivation to go to the gym. Bro, I'm not even gonna talk about that shit. Obviously, you don't have to be fucking motivated to go to the gym. Your actions need to align with your goals no matter how you feel. It does not matter how you feel. Your feelings will go up and down. It doesn't matter how you feel. Your actions need to align with your goals. If your actions do not align with your goals, stop expecting to get to your goals. It doesn't make any sense. If the GPS is telling you, go northwest and then take exit 71, but you're going southeast, are you going to get to your goals? No, because you're not following the fucking plan that works. You're not following the plan that gets you to your destination. Like, I don't know what y'all be doing. Y'all literally do the opposite of what you know you should do, and then you get mad when you don't get the results. You shouldn't get the results. That's just how the shit works. Listen, if science says do this to get results and you do the opposite, obviously you're not gonna get results. Another thing I see is people with insulin resistance being like, well, I have insulin resistance. Like, bro, I can't lose fat. Or they got type 2 diabetes, like, yo, I don't think I could work out, and like, what food should I eat? Bro, the only reason you have insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes is because you've been eating so much processed sugars and being very inactive. You've been eating like shit. Let's just keep it 100. You've been eating big portions of carbs, unhealthy carbs, fast digestion carbs, sugary, processed sugar bullshit. That's the reason you have type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, which means that's even more reason you need to clean up your nutrition and work out. That is the sole reason you need to do that, to better your health. All right, that's even more motivation to better your health, to actually execute. Because best believe, you eat sweet potatoes, you eat fruits, and you're eating a calorie deficit while eating high protein, yeah, your insulin resistance is gonna be gone. Your type 2 diabetes is gonna be gone. That's just how it works. It's basic shit like that. But y'all be self-sabotaging and making excuses and saying the dumbest shit. Like a lot of you guys just say dumb shit. You're like, yeah, man, like I was doing good, and then like, you know, like work got stressful. Okay, that happens. That's life. You can't control that, but you can control what you eat. Or man, I was just on the go a lot. It doesn't matter. You still control what you eat. When you're on the go, you still control what you eat. When you go to the gas station, you can get the gummies. You can get the chocolate, or you can get the protein shake and the protein bar. It's up to you. All right, y'all be making the dumbest excuses like, yo, I had to go out, like I had to go out with friends, and like we had a margarita. Did they put a gun to your head? Did they listen? Is this the equalizer? And they put a gun to your head and told you to do something? No, they didn't. They just did not. You were like, hey, yo, let me get this drink. You ordered the fucking drink, bro. Nobody ordered it for you. All right, nobody forced you to drink it. And then you eat all the appetizer and dessert. No one told you to eat all that shit. You could have just ate an entree. You got some steak and sweet potato, something light. When I go out to eat, I'm getting steak and sweet potato, something like that. You feel me? You go out on a dinner date or something, I do the same shit. All right, like y'all just make stupid excuses, and you want me to, you know, like validate your excuses. I'm not gonna do that. Listen, if I validate your bullshit, you're not gonna get results, right? So I say what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Because if I validate your bullshit and you don't get results, you're gonna be like, whoa, that nigga was lying. But if I don't validate your bullshit, I'm doing exactly what results do. Right? I'm holding you accountable. Results ain't coming if you don't do what you need to do. That's just how it works. It's not gonna happen. If you don't, X plus Y equals Z. If you don't do X and Y, how the fuck do you expect Z, bro? A lot of you guys expect that shit. It's not happening. It's not happening. Too many of y'all expect that shit. Like, hey man, like I messed up on my diet this week, but I gained weight. Yeah, because you didn't do what you needed to do. Very fucking simple. All right? Just because I'm not seeing you eating ice cream at 1 a.m. because I'm sleeping, I'm not watching you eat ice cream at 1 a.m. doesn't mean it didn't fucking happen. All right? Because results see everything, right? Objective numbers don't lie. Numbers do not lie, bro. Like numbers just don't lie. Your waist size and your weight, it doesn't lie, yo. It doesn't. Every time, I've never been surprised with any client results. Well, some of them happen faster than I thought they would, but I've never been surprised. Like I got to do right now, he went from 290, 256 in like a month and, no, 5 weeks from just fucking consistency, yo, like killing that shit. Some other dude, you know, he's probably watching this video right now. He went from 241 to 215 in what, 8 weeks, and he lost a lot of fat, a lot of waist size, and that shit doesn't surprise me because they're doing what they need to do. And then other people would be like, hey man, I'm not losing weight. I'm like, yeah, your nutrition, you didn't follow the meal plan, you feel me? You're still eating like shit and you didn't work out. Like I can't go to results and be like, hey yo, give them to him even though he don't deserve it. That's not how fucking life works. That's like randomly handing out bachelor degrees to random people. Like, hey yo, they look like a doctor, give them a doctor's degree. It doesn't work like that. You gotta work, gotta put the work in, you gotta become the person. Through medical school, through taking the MCAT, through undergrad, you become that person that could become a doctor, right? You get that mental toughness, that grit, that consistency, right? The whole journey is just reinforcing. You going through the entire journey of medical school is reinforcing how bad you want it, because you're gonna go through some shit. It's the same thing with the fitness journey. A lot of y'all don't apply that same grit, right? It's like you're not just gonna do one diet for 1 week and get the results forever, and then you're good to go. Like, no, you become the person that can reach and maintain those results. So stop fucking making excuses. I'm tired of this shit, bro. Lock in, G. Lock the fuck in, yo.